We already have done our pre-flight and we're ready to go.
Wichita, Colonel James Jabara Airport. Automated weather observation 19441 Zulu. Wind 360 at 14. Peak gusts 23. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 03 Celsius. Altimeter 3014. Remarks. Density altitude 2,900.
Blue line. And we're climbing.
Perfect takeoff, Val. Absolutely perfect. Very professional.
Thank you very much.
So, every time you check into a departure aft a non-towered airport, they almost always ask for an ident, so I'm just going to do it for them.
Okay. Yep, that's
Nobody
true.
else is talking?
Yep.
All right, autopilot on and heading, please.
Autopilot on and heading.
And attitude.
And altitude.
Attitude. There you go, and we're climbing to capture 3,000. All right, is the autopilot doing what you expect?
Yes, it is. It's going to my heading of 360.
Plane doing what you expect?
Absolutely.
You notice I haven't checked in.
What?
You don't have to check in the second you do. You check in when the plane's doing it right and nobody's talking.
And now it is?
Go ahead and capture. And I'll say hello. I'm going to ident first.
I'm going to slowly reduce my...
Wichita departure, good afternoon. Bearing 18790 Lima, level 3000, ident.
Bearing 79 Lima, Wichita departure, radar contact 2 miles north of our airport. Climb and maintain 4,000, turn left on course.
Climb and maintain 4,000, turn left on course, bearing 1789 Lima. So all I'm going to do on the Avidyne is I'm going to push direct to, enter.
And do I do GPSS?
Change your autopilot to nav and GPSS through the Aspen. And then you got the climb to 4,000,
Yep,
yes?
That's right, yep. You want me on nav?
Yes, So let me know when you get to 4,000. We'll run a cruise checklist.
Will do. And the Aspen will tell us as well.
Now, on ForeFlight, to catch up direct Digby, the fastest way, honestly, is just touch the Digby waypoint like that and go direct to.
It is 796, climb maintain
I'm all caught up.
230, turn right, heading 120.
Very good. 3,600 climbing, 4,000.
Fabulous.
Altitude.
And the Aspen just told us that we're reaching our altitude. And we're leveling at 4,000.
So let me show you a trick.
Yes, go.
Don't pull back power just quite yet.
Okay.
Let it accelerate to 140 and then power back. Wichita approach, bearing 1879 Lima. Do y'all have time for a request?
Bearing 79 Lima, say the request.
79 Lima, for training purposes only. We'd like to simulate only an emergency, and do a return to a Jabara using the RNAV Echo, circle to land runway 35.
Number 1879 Lima, roger. Turn right. Did you want that via vectors or a fix?
If possible, we'd like direct Joel L with the procedure turn.
Bearing 79 Lima, turn right, direct Joel, main 4,000 vectors, RNAV Echo, approach.
Alright, right turn direct Joel L for 1879 Lima. So this is how you do it on the Avidyne. Nearest airport, Jabara. Direct to, enter. Find it in the flight plan.
Gap en route.
Don't worry about that. You see it here?
Oh, am I doing something here?
No, don't do anything. Watch. Look down here on the Avidyne. I'm going to touch it. So look up here. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
I'm going to do this. Approach. RNAV Echo. Enter.
Okay.
Joel. Enter. I'm going to highlight Joel. Direct to enter.
Boom. It's
and what's it doing?
It's going.
It's turning right. Turn direct Joel.
You maintain 12,500.
Okay. What about this?
Don't worry about it.
Because we passed that. We don't have to worry about it.
We've passed it.
Okay.
Now all I got to do on ForeFlight is watch. I'm going to go flight plan, clear, all. I'm going to hide that plate.
21 Tango November, turn right direct Kansas City.
Touch Jabara.
All lights on.
If I can. Come on.
And it's slowly
Right.
go back to the level.
There it is. I'm going to go more. Direct to.
Direct to.
Then I'm going to go procedure, approach, RNAV echo, Joel. Our personal minimums were 2,000. So I'm going to add a custom minimums. Add to route.
So we'll do that here too?
Nope, don't worry about that.
Okay.
So watch. Now what's missing? The hold.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I would have to manually add the hold if I wanted to. Okay? So what's our next altitude going to be?
3,000.
Pre-select 3,000 on the Aspen.
Going down 3,000.
What's our next heading going outbound in this procedure turn?
It's 080.
083. So put your heading back to 083. Now the Avidyne says the next desired track is 263 because that's the inbound course. But you see how I'm all cut up?
Yeah. All right.
So the trick in an emergency...
Baron 1879 Lima, approach question.
1879 Lima, sorry, talking to a student. Go ahead.
Baron 79 Lima, you looking to full stop there or just do a practice approach and then go en route to final?
1879 Lima, if it works for you, we'd like to stay IFR, and this is going to be a full stop, circle the land, pre-5 Jabara. We have the current weather and no temps.
Baron 79 Lima, roger. And just to verify, you'll be landing 36 Jabara.
Yep, sorry, we got the runway change. This will be a full stop, circle the land, runway 36 Jabara. We have the current weather and no temps.
Baron 79 Lima, roger.
All right, see how ForeFlight says the ASOS is 34025?
Yep.
Wichita.
Nice.
So the trick in emergencies is try not to do everything. Go very slow in the
Slow,
top.
step by step.
So now this is going to be LNAV. You notice it's not plus V.
No.
It's just LNAV.
LNAV.
So look, do you see how I have a 22 step down and then a 20?
Dew point.
On ForeFlight?
Radar contact 10 miles south El Dorado Airport, altitude your discretion on course.
For marks. Density altitude 2.
Shuttle 5895, maintain 3,000, Eisenhower Airport 12 o'clock and 19er mile.
James Jabara Airport. Automated weather observation.
5895, cleared to visual approach runway 1 left.
Zulu. Wind 010 at 12. Peak gusts 24. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27
010.
Dew point 0.
The only thing I really want is the altimeter.
Altimeter 3013.
Wind 850 Tango, Wichita approach, Wichita altimeter 3014, maintain VFR at or above 5,500.
Want me to change our altimeter right
Yep. So you can legally replace the altimeter when you're within 25 miles of your destination airport,
Which we
look,
are.
I am. That's why I said the data block. Or when you hear clear for the approach.
Right. And do you want me to put the minimums here?
Yes, would you please put in 2,000 on the Aspen?
2,000 on the minimum on the Aspen.
Now, if this was an actual emergency, I would use the published minimums.
Right.
And we would probably not do a go-around. But this is not plus V. We're not getting the advisory glide path because this is a circling approach that was not designed for that. So the Avidyne is a wash unit. The plus V actually comes from internally in an Avidyne. Or if you had like a good Garmin GPS system, like a GTN, the plus V is created internally. Avidyne's a little more advanced. It's an FMS system, but it's created internally, but the approach has to meet certain guidelines, and the RNAV echo does not. So you don't always get plus V. So this is no vertical guidance. But this circling approach is going to be an excellent time to use the visual approach procedure on ForeFlight and here.
Baron 79 Lima, descend to maintain 3,000. Report established inbound from Joel.
Descend 3,000, report established inbound. Baron 1879er Lima.
Cessna 87 kilo, just verify you open away.
And the Aspen is giving us a heads up. And we're going to press the altitude button.
Cessna 87 kilo, Roger. You're familiar with
And
the
it's gonna
current
level
CFR
up
in effect for the next
to 3,000.
minutes there? Just south of Jabara Airport, about a mile south of the threshold of 36.
Alright, so if I look at your flight chart,
I'm aware of that. I was not sure if there was an air show at Jabara today.
the next altitude is
That's in progress
2200.
right now, and it's
Okay.
active
Feel
for the
pretty
next
select
hour and
2200?
15 minutes. So if you're able, just keep that base as tight as you can for runway 36 to avoid the confines of the CFR.
79er Lima will do.
So
I'm just going to thin out my
we're
plate
on
a little bit.
GPS.
And 8 Whiskey Delta, that's going to maintain
we're still on nav.
3,000. Eisenhower Airport 11
All the
o'clock.
way in if you can. So 5 miles before the initial approach fix, which we are, would you please drop
And
your
8
gear?
Whiskey Delta cleared a visual
What?
approach
Drop
runway
your
1
gear.
right.
Right
Yep.
now?
Keep your hand on the switch until you see, no, keep your hand on the switch until you see 1, 2, 3 green.
3 greens.
Put flaps to approach flaps.
Below 16C, one set of flap.
Alright. Put props to 25.
Mixture.
Yep, props to 25.
And 8 Whiskey Delta,
And
contact
now
tower 118.2.
set
Have a good night.
manifold pressure to anything that will hold you 110 to 120, and it looks like it already is.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one.
right now we're using what, 23 inches? Works for me.
We're using 23 inches.
Alright.
That's a good one.
So this is totally different than what the American
Yeah.
Bonanza Society and the Triple B instructors teach. And you should always listen to the professional Bonanza instructors. I drop the gear 5 miles before the initial, put in approach flaps, and slow down to 110 because, in my opinion, it's a much more stabilized approach.
Yeah, we're going to
So then just add some more power. So I think it's much more stabilized to slow down early. The thing nobody really wants you to do anymore, and it's an old bad habit, is you should never ever drop the gear to track a glide path. You don't drop the gear on short final and VFR. Dropping the gear on short final IFR at the end of a long flight when you're tired is really just the fastest way to have a gear up landing, because the gear might not come all the way down and you're so fixated on localizers and glide slopes that you don't double check. Doing it this far out, you've had so much time to confirm gear down, we're done. Alright, so this should start an outbound turn automatically. So if the autopilot ever does anything you're not used to,
Where's
we're just flying it and heading.
I'm on 080.
Right, because we're going outbound.
Okay, I'm
So you have a very old autopilot.
Yeah.
It gets GPS steering, but the Avidyne is not showing the outbound course. It only shows the inbound. So to do procedure turns with Century 4, you always use heading bug.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Right, so that's why I always set the heading bug to what's next.
I see. Okay, got
So if the autopilot does something you don't like, what do?
Then you just switch it back.
And that's why you're ready.
There you go.
All right.
All right, now.
It says exiting, hold at fix. That's what we want.
Okay.
If you wanted to continue hold at fix, FMS, rocker to flight plan, continue hold. But we want to do exiting the hold at fix. So I'll just clear that alert.
Cessna 87 kilo altitude, your discretion, and you're about 7 miles directly east of Jabara.
Switch tanks. Sounds like a good time to do an approach check.
Yeah, we have a runway site.
Boost pumps are on.
Cow flaps.
87 kilo records, just to verify you also have Steerman as well.
Trim.
Similar configuration
Trim is
airport, that's your 12 o'clock and 3
Flap
miles.
set for the approach.
Flap set for one set of flap.
Gas.
Gas
Cessna
is
87
full
kilo,
in.
squawk VFR, change your advisory.
There's your autopilot on and heading. That's a little off.
Will do.
There we go. It's turning. All right, undercarriage.
On the carriage, we have gear down.
3 green.
Skyline 4630
Mixture
kilo,
set.
Mixture is full rich.
altimeter 3013, stay
Props
altitude and
225.
Props is 225.
Power set to what is giving you an airspeed of 110 to 120?
Yeah, right now
like
we're going to reduce a
26
little bit. We
inches?
had a pretty, well, it goes up and down because of wind speed.
So we'll say 24 to 26.
That sounds about right.
Pitch is level. Source is GPS on both, but LNAV is armed, and the Aspen's reading GPS 1.
Yep.
Steering is heading altitude hold.
Heading at altitude.
All light switches are on.
Everything is on.
Anti-ice. I'm going to kill your air conditioning in case we need to go around.
Sounds good.
Turn on fan. Seatbelts are secure.
Yes.
Approach before checklist is
It's complete.
complete.
Skyline 30 kilo, sorry about
All right, use your heading bug and give me a left turn to about 220. That'll be about a 40-degree intercept to 263. There's a TFR ahead. Now, we're legally cleared through it because we're IFR, but we still want to keep our base tight to avoid it because it's an active air show.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, but remember, it's a safety thing.
Baron 79 Lima, report cancellation of IFR in the air this frequency or the ground 134.8. Traffic says 12 o'clock, 5 miles southbound, altitude indicates 1,700. They've been in the pattern at Spearman Airport. You're 1 o'clock, 4 miles to the left.
Negative contact, Baron 1879 Lima will call as soon as we land to cancel. I don't cancel in the air.
46 Wichita approach turn.
Because if I cancel in the air and I violate that TFR,
oh, that's a good cover, yeah.
Or if I violate somebody's airspace, or if I have an accident, they won't come look for me. I'll call them as soon as I land. Now, there's good reasons to cancel in the air, too, but we'll talk about that at a different time.
Okay.
All right, so we're on our way to Hans. We stay at 3,000. And see how ForeFlight just tells you. As soon as we pass Hans, we're going to go down to 2,200. Then I'll show you.
And 4 miles from Hans.
Then I'll show you how to go down to 2,000 without leaving altitude hold.
Okay.
On the Sentry Force.
Cool. So we got this showing right here.
So I typically like to descend at 800 feet per minute. To do that without increasing airspeed, you typically bring manifold pressure back 8 inches. So if we're running 25, why don't you bring it back to about 17, 18 once we start the 800 foot per minute descent. And it's a little harder to judge with this autopilot, but that way we should descend without the increase in airspeed.
And Baron 79 Lima, change your advisory frequency is approved. Just keep that base as tight as you can at First Bar Airport, reference to TFR. I mean, clear of TFR.
Switch to common traffic. We'll do our best to keep the base tight. We've got the air show traffic inside as well. Talk to you as soon as we land. Thanks, 79 Lima.
And we are 2 nautical miles from Hans.
Okay, I've got the traffic below us in the pattern.
Okay. And we got the air show in sight.
I have the air show traffic inside as well, and I have Jabara in sight.
I do too.
So we're now LNAV because we're on our way to the final approach fix, which is why I told you to push approach on the autopilot. Right? So you never push approach until there's an approach mode.
I'm on nav.
All right, so make sure you pushed approach.
Approach.
There we go, sorry. I was talking the same time the controller was.
Yep.
You don't push approach until you're in an approach mode. And normally when there's a glide path above you, but there is no glide path on this. Approach only just dampens down the correction factor on this old autopilot. So, all right, so we're passing Hans in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nose down. Just so take it out of altitude hold. Okay, nose down and hold it for 8 seconds as you power back 8 inches. Yep, so just power right on back 8 inches. And did you hold the down switch for 8 seconds?
I kind of did, but now it's going super fast.
Okay, that's fine. But do you see, see how you were slow on the power?
Yeah.
If you bring it back a little bit quicker.
All right, so now I'm at 18 inches.
There you go. So bringing it back a little bit quicker, you won't get that increase in airspeed.
Thank you.
Right.
So we are 2,500.
Great, and we're going to 22.
2,200, and at 22 I'm going to...
Actually, we're so close to Racos.
Altitude.
Don't want me to...
Hit altitude hold. Add a little bit of power. Jabara traffic, black and white Baron, 1879 Lima. 2 miles east. Gonna be making right base entry for landing 36 Jabara. All right, I see Jabara.
Yep.
So watch what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
Procedure, visual 36, enter, right base, enter, replace active. All right, disconnect your autopilot.
Autopilot disconnect.
All right.
We're inbound Jabara.
Give me a left turn.
Clear left, clear right.
And look, you've got some guidance.
Oh, that's the what you were talking about.
Right, so this is when you actually want to use it. So you can angle out a little bit left. We can go visual. Just, yeah, I'm aiming for the highway. Oh, look at that air show traffic, right?
We're going to
All
air
right,
show
airport's in sight.
Airport is in sight.
All right, gears down. You
Gear
can power
down.
back and begin your descent. You can put another notch of flaps in.
Approaching
We have a lot of wind. We're actually.
But see how the visual approach.
Tight base, he said.
Yep. Go ahead and start your turn. Jabara traffic,
Minimums.
black and white,
Altitude.
Baron, 1879 Lima, on a short right base, landing runway 36 Jabara. And just keep that turn going a little bit more. But if you look at your Aspen,
Caution.
you'll have a line in front of you,
Caution.
right?
Obstacle. Caution.
Okay, bring your nose up a little bit.
Jabara traffic, Piper Cut.
There you go.
6 Hotel, 5 miles northwest.
All right,
We're
you
going to
got
enter
that?
left-hand way.
So if I look at the map and keep turning,
Eye control.
yeah, you got it. See how it gives you some guidance
yeah.
to 36.
I got it. That's cool.
Downwind 36 Jabara.
So you activate a visual once you've begun to circle for situational awareness. All right, your airplane, your controls.
Eye controls.
Jabara traffic. How the heck are you? Black and white Baron with Skyline Baron Pilot Val. Baron 1879 Lima landing runway 36 Jabara.
That was funny.
Jabara traffic, Piper Cut, 68 Hotel.
Nice landing.
That was.
I know.
was cool.
Let me show you a trick. Before you begin braking,
drone flying over the golf course.
let the nose go down. Let the nose go down. And just let it go down. Now pull it back up.
Over the golf
Now
course,
begin braking.
downwind at 2,300
By letting all the weight on the wheels
Oh, I
and then
see what
beginning
you're saying.
aerodynamic, your brakes will last a lot longer,
Yeah.
and you won't
That's
skid
a
or
bad
hydroplane.
habit I've been having. Yeah.
No, because you were taught to hold the nose up.
That's part of my my muscle memory.
Well, but
I like it.
You're doing what you're taught.
Yeah.
All right, once we're clear, I'll tell them we're clear of the runway, and then I'll
we'll
call and
call.
cancel. Yeah, don't do any switches while you're taxiing. Only look outside. I know, multitasking is such a talent, but don't. Get all the way past the double yellow stop, and then we can run the checklist. Perfect. Okay.
And we are
stop.
clear. Wow, we had an air show.
Yeah. Jabara traffic, black and white Baron, 1879 Lima. Clear of runway 36, taxi into the FBO. All right, so now I'm going to go to Wichita clearance, and here's how I do it.
Know.
FMS, info, clearance, boom, boom.
Bam.
And you can go ahead and taxi. I'll make the call. Wichita clearance, Baron 1879 Lima.
And call Wichita clearance again.
Wichita clearance, good afternoon, Baron 1879 Lima, safe on the ground, Colonel Jabara. Would you please cancel our IFR?
Baron 79 Lima, IFR cancellation received. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, sir. You too. Baron 1879 Lima.
That was really cool.
So you had an emergency diversion,
Yep.
an LNAV only
I was
circling
really
approach,
expecting to. That's cool.
right?
Yep.
Followed by a visual.
Yep.
That's not a bad day.
That was a good day. This was amazing.
Oh, this is great. You are such a good pilot, Val. I am so impressed.
Always learning and always trying to get better.
Well, you definitely are.
Not perfect, trying to perfect everything every single time. Every day is different, right?
Like I said, I tell everybody, I'm great at Avidyne ground control flight, autopilots, and IFR. And I learned something new.
Every time, yeah, which is good.
I learned something new from every one of my students, you know? So how's our marshaller doing here? Does he want us here?
He wants us there.
Well, okay then.
All right, I can right here. I'm clear. Wants me right there. Gonna slow down.
I'm going to show you a trick that nobody does, but you should. When he crosses his arms, you cross your arms as well.
Yeah, usually I do. Usually I do that.
Perfect.
Well, thank you, Gary. That was awesome.
Oh, it's so much fun. You got a great plane, and you're such a good pilot.
Thank you.
You're really professional. What I love about you is out loud written checklist. This was a blast. So we just finished in Kansas, but we only got an hour. So I'm coming to Florida. Can we fly again in Florida in about 4 weeks?
That would be amazing. I would love to.
All right, then I will see all of you with her and Eric in Florida in a couple weeks.
Very soon. Bye.